I have a story here of a gentleman who associated with the Uganda Matters SS Namugongo. When you read this article, there's a certain gentleman who gets mentioned. Namugongo's 50 years of great excellence. Somebody is mentioned in this article in a beautiful way. And that gentleman is Chrysostom Muyingo. Chrysostom Muyingo rose through the ranks in the education sector, became a deputy headmaster, then became headmaster. But as he was doing that, he started a teaching class of 9 learners in his sitting room in Namugongo, in Iseta. In Iseta. And as he was teaching this in 9, there was no center. He had no teachers. But then he would get them registered in another school. He monitors the results and tells the parents who miss Namugongo that there's a place I'm having, you can take them there. But we don't have glamorous facilities like Namugongo. But we shall make your child to work out well. Second year, instead of 9 learners, they were 39. Third year, he is beyond 150. What does the landlord do? He tells this Mwalimu, you're a good man. Can you take over the other rooms also? These people are not paying me on time. He was given those rooms to expand the teaching of learners, still without what? A center number. The numbers reached 300. The numbers continue to grow. Do you know what the owner of the lands did? He said, Mwalimu, I just want to sell this thing to you. Take it. Take it. In his small income, he buys a swamp area. That's the center one. He bought the place. And as we speak today, as they say, the rest is what? History. Today, the gentleman who started a school in the sitting room has got 4 campuses of schools. All of them full. 8,000 learners. Between 7,500 and 8,000 learners. All the 80,000 places, no adverts. They are full on day 1 of reporting in January. The minimum fee is 2 million a term. You multiply and see what happens there. The man does not sleep in any house in Kampala. He goes to sleep in Mbalala, next to the school. Before he proceeds to his accommodation, he first looks for the head boy. He looks for the askari. He looks for the head cook to hear the story of the day. Here you are saying, I am too busy. I am an assistant cow, very busy. I have no time to do what Ochichi said. I wish I could have time. Have a conversation with Muingo. Have a conversation with Muingo. Now, Muingo does not have 1 campus. There are 4. There are 4. Muingo is Ugandan. Muingo walks with 2 legs. Muingo had no access to massive capital. And I'm mentioning this because the man is still alive. His daughters, his children have joined the territory to start the battle of carrying the empire. Because if he didn't do that, what happened to this very empire where we are seated here could happen even to Muingo's empire. After Kibirige was buried 18 months down the line, this property was put up for sale. 22 children, not familiar with the territory, loans are running all over the place. They are saying, put it up for sale. What am I saying here? Whatever the journey you are going to start, it is endless. There is no saying I've crossed the line, now I'm in a safety zone. 0. The question is saying, are you getting the customers non-stop? If they are beginning to become erratic, the empire must crumble. Some of you may have seen the story of BMK Aponye. Aponye has just happened. Pasha has just happened. This game is a game of no removing the sweat from your face. Nobody can say, now I've made it, I'm now safe. Anyway, what are the 2 laws? Because I'm driving you there, because if Muingo can do it, you can also do it. The 2 laws are simply, number 1, eliminate excuses. Eliminate? Sorry. The law of entry, number 1, is, if you want to go into business, business laws are just 2. Number 1, sell what makes customer happy. What are you selling? If you are selling your teaching classes in a sitting room, are you making it such a way that this 9 will actually produce the results that will make people say, we saw what you did with the 9, we are coming to you? How do you know that you have fulfilled law number 1? Number 1, repeat business. Number 2, the fellows who have kept coming back, they have got relatives and friends. Are they referring them to you? Are they referring them to you? Number 3, if they are referring them to you and they are so happy, are they seeing other things being done by competition they want you also to know so that you serve them better? They give you advice. If that is happening to you right now and you have got a business, because I know some of you are in business, but law number 1 is eating you up. Your customers are not coming back. Your customers are not bringing friends. Your customers are not giving you any advice. Your customers are cursing you. Number 2, if number 1 has worked, number 2 is coming for you and to wipe you. People are happy with you. They have kept coming back, but number 2 is coming for your soul. Not your leg, the entire soul, and eat you up. What's number 2? If you want to remain in business, be ready to compete with anyone. Anyone is the word. Why? People who have seen you run the best restaurant are going to come for your chef. Ask your chef, what's your salary? Oh, boss is very good and I have liked to work with him. No problem. My question is, what's your salary? He's giving me right now 600. A man says, I'm giving you 900. But I don't want to leave my boss. But the fellow has had 900. He goes home, the figure is ringing a note. He says, but 900 would improve my school fees ability to pay. The man calls you the next day and says, instead of 900, I've given you 1.1. You have finished. The man says, let's have a conversation again. Yesterday was so loyal. The next day he has moved. And he moves daytime, not at night. Daytime. The customer, the staff has been taken. Everybody is seeing your staff is gone. Your landlord has been approached. And they are saying, how much are you giving this fool to rent your place? He's giving me 500, but he pays once in a month, but he struggles, but he pays. Me, I'm going to give you 6 months in advance. Within a minute, the landlord is giving you a notice. If you can't improve the rent amount to match this, I want my place. Who have been okay? Who have been this? Competition has come for you. They come for you, your soul, your blood, your everything. Are you ready to compete? Be ready to compete. There is no space for equals in the private sector. There is only place for buyers and sellers. That is it. The earlier you get into this game, friends, the better. So that is the picture about the private sector, and it is that cruel. Anybody who tells you otherwise, oh, you know, I got my PDM money, 1 million. You got the 1 million. Have you fulfilled the first condition? How about number 2? Did you know that you have picked your 1 million to start goat rearing? You are not the first. If your goats are useless and nobody will buy your goat because they was raised through PDM. No way. It must match the market conditions. Otherwise, hand the goats to the government who gave you the money. The competition is simply brutal. If you have produced your maize and your maize is of a certain quality and it cannot be bought. Maybe you look for the assistant cow to take it to his home and see how he can give you some money. The market does not have room for sympathy. So those are two laws. Friends, the earlier you start going through them now, the better. My brother, you're hearing? The better. Because postponing does not change the laws. Are you hearing me? At the back, are you hearing? Yes. I want to say this just to confirm that you people are hearing me. I'm going to mention something and I want to hear from you. When I say, Ochichi, I want you to say, tell them. Then I know you are what you are hearing me. Ochichi! Yes. At that point, I now know we are all together. Because for a long time, we have been pretending about these money issues. Imagining that if I can get the cheapest loan, if I can get this and this, we will give you the loan. The two laws do not remember you got a loan. What are you selling? Does it fulfill my needs? Number two, if a competitor comes and is doing things faster and better than you, will you respond? Or you will simply say, that was God's plan. At that point, you're hiring God. Then God says, stupid and lazy. That proverb immediately comes, you are so stupid and what? Lazy. The garden is becoming weedy and thorny. And the fellow says, they have taken away my customers. I leave it to God. God simply says, stupid and lazy. And I'm sending you poverty. And he says, the poverty I send you, it will attack you like an armed robber. It's not the plain poverty. I wish I was the one writing that part. I would tone that area. But I didn't write. I didn't. So let's move. Now, I want to come to the point where you yourself will sit here and just say, I'm going to assess myself and check where am I in this poverty line. What must I do to wake up? Here is the barometer. If you are 40 years or below, and your salary is, our salary is about what? $1 million, $2 million, what is it? 1.3. Don't mind, let's go for any salary. Let's spend call 1 million, 1 million. You are below 40. You are below 40 years. And you are currently earning 1 million per month. Do you know what this first point is saying? Your private inflows, your private income should be a minimum of 20% of the 1 million. Which is what? 400,000. Am I right? Yeah, it is 400. No, it is 200. 200. Either it is coming from rent or it's coming from a certain business. By now it should be coming. I'm taking you on your ability to earn certain money in a public office. Below 40 years, your salary is 1 million. Can you show me a private enterprise that is releasing you on a monthly basis 200,000? Every month. Every month. If it has not yet come, wake up tonight, rush, and start the game. You are wasting your time for no good reason. Don't even argue, but you can also go and read the story of Proverbs 24. Proverbs 24 is the one that talks from 30 to 34. I walked around a garden of a stupid, lazy man. I found it overgrown with the weeds and thorns. I looked at the garden again and again and I said, stupidity, laziness, oversleeping, and folding hands will attract poverty that will attack you like an armed robber. And the quotation ends there. Below 40, you are jumping all over the place trying to be somebody. Settle quickly and begin to direct the money. Now, let's now look to 45. You are now between 40 and 45. Do you know what it's supposed to be? 50%. Your salary is $1 million. Where is 500 per month coming? Where is it? Age is catching up. You are beginning to enter a period of beginning to protect a job, and that's dangerous. Instead of protecting a career, you are protecting a chair. That's a very unemployable personality and very dangerous. So, by the time you are in this age bracket here, you have begun to learn skills that make you useful. Use the same skills in your raising chicken. Raise the chicken. Learn to dismiss an employee. Learn to follow up with people who have not paid you. Learn to plan and go ahead. Rather than waiting. We are waiting for the president to give us a direction. We are waiting for somebody to give us the strategy for the country. 40 to 45, 50% of your private income should be coming without anybody checking on you. Now, it is 45 to 50. It is no longer 50%. It is what? 100%. In other words, if you are in this age bracket of 45 to 50, my brother, my sister, show me that other enterprise that's giving $1 million per month. $1 million per month is what we are looking for. The earlier the better. $1 million per month. Now, because at this stage here, you have acquired so much skill that you should be able to completely run a successful business. But if at this stage here, you are magnifying on how to make sure that you protect this chair, this thing is danger zone. Because now, the next one is between 50 and 55, you should now be at a point where you are saying, what I'm earning outside government is way beyond what government is giving me. Muingo the other day simply said, you want a portion of MP so desperately, I've left it for you. Continue. If government gives me a cabinet post, I will work. If they don't, I've got schools to run. I am a fulfilled person. His income compared to what will ever be given to government, the two can never be compared. Impossible. Whatever you are getting outside from the happy customers is beating by far. Beating by far what the public office is giving you. May I at this stage, because of time, let me first continue. So let me say, this part here, you need to determine where you are. And I'm saying this because after here, if you don't take action, it is useless. You turned up, you brought a warm body to Africana, the warm body ate some food, you took it back. With no difference. No difference. Oh, Gigi! That is the message. Oh my God. Adults in the room with warm bodies, and then they go back home, the allowance was small. If they had just increased it, they need to increase our allowance. Then you discover somebody got all those so-called allowances, became a governor, signed the bank notes, and then the office ended. And then you are told, we give you 14 days to leave home in Nakasero. We give you 14 days. You are not a criminal, but simply your finances are not adding up. But you are not a criminal. But your finances are not adding up. We want to force you to add up your finances. We are forcing you to add up the position. So let's continue. Now, where does all this begin from? It begins by removing the first excuse for wealth. We are caught up in a lot of excuses about wealth. One of them is I have no time. The first thing Muingo will tell you, or anybody will tell you, made a difference in their lives is the way they manage their time. Today, things to distort your attention are everywhere. You can run from one activity to another activity to another endlessly. But even you could be right there at your chair, but you are moving from one WhatsApp group to another WhatsApp group, then another WhatsApp group, then another WhatsApp. Then you are abusing each other, then you are tired and worked up. The day is finished. Very tired. Doing what? Quarreling with people you don't know. You have school fees, none of them pays your school fees, but you have quarreled all over the place. You sounded very brilliant, but you never got school fees. You never got school fees. So what is the time management formula I'm giving you? Number one, the 24 hours you have is equal in America, it's equal in Africa. The difference is the allocation. So here is the allocation that I'm giving you. Put 8 hours for effective, wonderful productivity at your office. You turn up, you have a to-do list. Do that list neatly and do more and more beyond what you are called to do. 8 hours of top-notch productivity. Why? It is that behavior you have in 8 hours that you are taking to your private life. If you are using the 8 hours for gossiping, for laziness, for whatever, you are planting a seed for a lazy private person. So the 8 hours is for the office. Number two, eating hours, not more than 2. Some of you go and eat and continue revising stories for another 2 hours after you have eaten. Maximum 1.5 hours. Both eating at home and at the office, that's the time I'm allocating. Sleeping 8 hours. But did you also know that if your finances are not adding up, sleep will not come? However good the bed is, there will be no sleep. The bed is well made, the bed is very good, there is no sleep. You are hearing every moving object at night, all of them. Oh, Chichi! Ben, sorry about this. You know, when you are dealing with adults, it's so different. It's so different than the thing of examinations. By the way, I was one of those outstanding lecturers on MBA program. I don't know whether any of you attended my class. You would just say that's the class to be in. But I love much more to talk to adults about their personal issues than even the MBA program. But anyway, let's continue. So, 8 hours you should sleep. And by the way, Chichi, at exactly 1 o'clock, I'm headed to Port Bell. When they open the gate, Chichi straight to his bed. All the garments removed, sleeping. Sleeping. After he has had his 45 excellent minutes, he wakes up and there's a fruit platter there. And then he takes his kalo and a very good meal and he roars back to the office. Able to catch sleep when you want is a mark of a balanced body. Very difficult to get. The starting point, what were you doing in the office that made you happy? In the office, you're just quarreling and every day is just office is a center of intrigue. You think you can catch sleep? No. Very hard. If your offices are offices of intrigue and watching whether poison is coming from angle A or angle B, you cannot catch sleep. When you catch sleep, they have done it. Family emergencies 1 hour, exercise 1 hour, leisure networking 1 hour, then development. And when I talk about development here, I'm talking of Muingo going to check how did the day go for a person I hired to do history for my 9 students. The 2 hours is to check on your personal development as a family, as an individual. The 2 hours is to check, did the chicken lay the eggs? And if they did, where are the eggs packed? The 2 hours are to check, to what extent you are coping with your professional calling. There are things that somebody in Maracha is doing better than you. Have you given him a call and just say, how did you cope with this one? Personal effort to grow professionally, but also financially. 2 hours every day, every day. And let me tell you, 120 minutes is a lot of time. If you use it properly, it's a lot of time, but you need to have a schedule. Then, you have got other 1.5 hours for traffic jams, for a bit of WhatsApp, a bit of whatever you want to do. I'm not denying you to be a normal human being. You can continue to watch Chelsea. I'm a Chelsea person. I'm seeing Chelsea going to the finals in the World Cup. Who expected Chelsea to reach there? Now they have reached, and I will follow them. I have a moment for Chelsea. There is Saturday and Sunday. What do you do? Time use is an indicator of discipline, productivity, and attractiveness. And you use your job to try and build up all this here. I've just talked about Muingo. There's another doctor called Bazeo, who is an academician, but has one of the best ranches in this country. One of the best ranches in this country, but the man is a medical person. Let's continue, move. Do what I've just said, it is us from your head. There are 2 roadblocks you must remove right now, and the responsibility to do that is you. Roadblock number 1 is the power of mindset. The mindset is the way you look at yourself. But the first roadblock is excuses. What are excuses? Those are things that you cite to make you justify your failure to take action, to justify your laziness. What are some of those excuses? Have no time. Or church, you have no idea. I'm busy. Do you know? The moment you utter that, even if you are religious or you are pagan, let me give you this picture. The moment you do this, this is you, the assistant cow. The moment this cow here utters something, saying, I have no time, what happens? What happens? That message is immediately sent to the brain. Can you confirm what I've just said? Bring out the program to show people that I'm really a busy man. Bring out everything what happened yesterday, how a woman came here. The tongue has just added, saying, I am busy. The tongue is put into action to confirm that. Why? So that after this one has worked, it is sends a message to the heart to say, you know what? You are poor because of your office. You settled. The heart now says, it's okay now. Emotions are removed. No emotions. You are finished. To change that person is hard. He uttered a certain thing. The brain worked for evidence. The heart has been told, this is okay. The fault is not yours. You settle. It is probably the way God planned it. Then you bring the word God there. The moment you add the word God, it is finished. You are irredeemable. Nobody will now pull you out of that corner. You have invoked the highest authority. It was God's plan. This was God's plan to push me to Arua. If I had been put into Soroti, I would have made something. But Arua! Arua! Oh, Chichi! And if at least, I'm from Amuria, but now they have taken me to Nebi, you can see the misfortune I have. The misfortune. P.S. If you can just take me back. So, what I'm talking about here is the mindset of excuses uses the tongue a lot. And here is the message. According to the creator of a human being, he says, this organ called the tongue here has what he called power. To do what? To give life or death. And it concludes in Proverbs 18:21. Those who love to use the tongue shall harvest what it plants. What is it you are citing for failing to start your business? Whatever it is, here is the message. As you speak about it, it gets to a powerful organ, and you are going to come up with a very strong evidence that will not move you into action. Now, excuses are those things that appear correct, but they are not 100% correct. The truth, you are busy. But that does not stop you from feeding the gods. The truth, you are busy. It doesn't stop you from having some activity going on in your village. Number two roadblock, apart from the excuses. I've just told you the excuse of time. I'm telling you the excuse of capital. I've told you the excuse of location. All these are things that sound correct, but the truth is not 100% correct. Because there are people who have defied those things and they have gone ahead to become rich. Why not you? Can you change the conversation and break away from those excuses? You are better off not uttering those things than uttering those things and then you are going to harvest them. What's roadblock number 2 for your survival, for your riches? Becoming too satisfied too soon. Arrivalism. I have built my home. I have a home. That was 3 years ago. I have a home. When you are building the home, where were the resources coming from? Where did you get the time to do that? Why are you not continuing with that same journey? Didn't we hear a story in the book of talents which was saying, if you have 2, 2 must become 4? The fool has remained talking about the one house he finished. I had a home. I finished it. I have educated my children. Me, I have educated my children. You fool. God is saying you are foolish. The garden is getting what? Bushy. The garden is getting bushy because the children have gotten degrees. The fool is beginning to settle. He says, stupidity and laziness, I send you poverty. You have settled too soon. If you had moved at the pace you used to move, today you'd have gone very far. But what do? You compare yourself to the fools around you who have no garden, who have no motorcycle, who are now. Then you just say, I'm better than them. That is now your yardstick. Did you hear what I said earlier on? Cash must keep coming to you non-stop. You have settled, the cash is no longer coming non-stop. It's beginning to come in drips. In drips. Wealth must live. Wealth must live. Arrivalism in Africa is so big because we are surrounded by economic dwarfs. People who are so poor and maybe got more degrees than you, but they are below you in terms of economic success. And now you use those ones to make yourself feel, I'm okay now. I'm okay now. Muingo should have been happy with the first setter. He went for the second setter. Then another setter. Then he bought Green College. And everybody saying, buy my school also. Buy my school also. Come, please, doctor, come and buy my school also. Buy mine also. Do you know that the first set alone was sufficient to make Muingo say, life is excellent? Because he could make easily $1 billion from that in a year. Today, do you see the billions? He gets 16 billions in a term. He could have been happy with $1 billion a year. Because how many Ugandans touch $1 billion in a year? Today, he gets 16 billion in a term. That's the point. That's the point. So I want us to know that these roadblocks here, they do exist. And because they do exist, I'm going to take you through a few principles to just scatter them so that you don't embrace them. But before I go there, I'm going to just show you how Africa today, especially Uganda, is the best place to have been born in. Better than Canada, because I have children there. My son is an architect working with the second biggest architectural firm in the world. Not in Canada, in the world. So I know Canada a bit. But I rather stay in Uganda compared to Canada. He's working in Canada, okay, but every day he's in charge of the family enterprises. We talk, they're all directors. My children are all directors in the businesses. We talk with them as directors, not a son or a daughter, directors. And they dictate the social media advertising, they do the, we say, please, go ahead, that's your strength, continue. Today they are telling me that even the colors of our home, we are going to change them. I felt bad. The house is fresh. The house is looking. They say, Daddy, that's outdated. Let's change. The directors have met and they have decided to change the family house colors. What do you do as one of the directors? It's the majority that win. You move with them. There were a bit of peanutty, you know, the days of peanutty color. That was the color. Today they have come up with these other so-called nice, beautiful, corporate, lively colors. No, when they say pearl gray, instead of gray, they say pearl gray. Anyway, I wanted just to give you an example before I go to what you need to do to remove this nonsense of roadblocks, of excuses and quick satisfaction. The moment our brother begins getting just 50 million a year, he has settled. He says it is done. It is done. Who else among my clanmates can get even 10? Who? The fellow is saying it is done. And the moment you utter it, the brain is going to adjust very quickly to the done thing. Very quickly. Very quickly. It must go there. You can never fight this body. It works as a unit. The tongue, the brain, the heart, all of them work as a unit. Even when you're a pagan, they work as a unit. You're a pagan, you can never utter something and then the brain is different. Never. All right, let's look at the example of how to become rich using the resources you have today. We're going to start capital of 100,000, and in 4 years, that capital will be 1 billion. And that means you start with 100,000, in 4 years it's a billion. So year one, you get 1 hen, plus 1 cock. That gives you 1 hen that will lay 10 eggs 3 times in a year. How many chicken are those at the end of the year? 1 times 10 times 3 is what? 30. That's year one. And what does the man do? You don't look at anybody to come and assist you in this project. Take 100% responsibility. Diseases are there, thieves are there, snakes are there. All those take in charge. So what do? You sell the cocks. Sell 15 cocks. Why do you sell the cocks? You are selling them to get feeds. You are selling them to get drugs. You are selling them to get equipment for where the others will lay the eggs. You are selling them to pay for the labor. That village person who will come and look up the chicks at a low price. And then you're also selling them for home use. Do you see how the money is divided? 80% of the money is going back into the business. Only 20% has been taken by the owner. How many chicken got to the second year out of 30? So year 2, how many chicken are now there? Out of 30, 15 have been sold. How many are going there? 15. And make sure that all the 15 are what? Female. If there are many cocks, what do you do with the cocks? Do you say it was God's plan? Do you hand over the responsibility to God? He says you are stupid. Can't you sell the cocks and buy the hens? When he says you are stupid, it is basics we are talking about here. You are what? Stupid. You know, if all of these hens, if these chicken were hens, I would have gotten what the church was saying. Stupid. Sell the cocks, buy the hens. You are what? Stupid and what? Lazy. So let's continue because we are not stupid and lazy. So the 15 hens are giving you 10 eggs 3 times in a year. How many chicken are those? How many? 15 times 10 times 3. How many? I'm doing this quickly because I have no time left. 450. Now, you go to Teso, move from home to home, and then ask any Teso in Amuria, do you have chicken? Well, a lot of them. How many? About 20. The family has been having chicken for the last 30 years, but the average number is what? 20. Stupid and what? Lazy. Stupid and lazy. Because they leave the hen to go and look for the food itself. They leave the hen to see how to treat the kids itself. They leave the hen to see where to put the egg. How stupid can you be? Stupid and lazy. Let's continue with the game. Because we are not stupid. So, we are going to sell, out of the 450, we are going to sell 200 cocks. Why are we selling the cocks? As above, because you are not stupid. As above, not stupid. You put in brackets, I'm not stupid. Not stupid. And then put also hardworking here. Not stupid, hardworking. Then put your name there. Because I want you to change starting today. Now that you have sold the cocks, how many are going to the third year? How many chicken are going to the third year out of 450? 200 and what? 250. Third year, 250 hens times 10 eggs each, 3 times in a year. How many chicken are those? 7,500. Let me tell you, in the village, if you continue growing like that, your home will be used to give directions. There is a home with a lot of chicken. After you pass that home, that is now where you'll turn to the left. Oh, Titi! Now in the third year, because I'm taking you until we get 1 billion, I want you to know that you are born at the right time. Do you know that what I'm doing here, you can never do it in Canada? Impossible. You go to Geneva and start doing this, impossible. All the chicken business is full exploited. All the egg business is full exploited. In Africa, everything is raw. Everything is at starting point. You are born at the right point. But we have been too stupid and what? Lazy. Let's continue. Now, the 7,500, we are going to sell 2,500 cocks. Why? As above. What is above? Treat the sicknesses. Hire the veterinarians. Bring equipment for the chicken to lay the eggs. Feed the chicken. You fool, feed the chicken. Once you have done this, what is the balance that goes to the fourth year? Fourth year now. 5,000. Let's see what happens. Each one giving you 10 eggs, 3 times in a year. How many chicken are those in the year for? How many? 150,000. If you are not known in Kampala and you are in Soroti, then Uganda is a caste country. By the time you have 150,000, everybody should know who you are. Now at that point, you can shift to any type of a business. We are going to sell all this chicken at a village price. 150,000, village price of 10,000 per chicken. How much money is that? You get the 1,500, you count the zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the zeros here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To make it easy to understand, after 3 digits, you do what? A comma. That is a P4, P4, P4. Oh, Gigi! Let's continue. 1, 2, 3, comma. 1, 2, 3, comma. 1, 2, 3, comma. How much money is that? 1.5 billion, you fool. I just want to, what a foolish country. Not you, but what a foolish country, and you're a member of the country anyway. When God says, you fool, your garden is overgrown with weeds and thorns, he is simply saying, look after the two birds. In Tesla, they will leave a chicken going to lay an egg on a roof of a grass-thatched house. The chicken is moving with an egg and is looking everywhere. The fool is seated. This hen here, it tries to go up there. That egg will drop down and will burst. I think I need to sell that hen. The fool is talking. The chicken is doing all it can to make you rich. The fool is stopping the game. Now, you remove 500 million for feeding the birds because there are many. 500 million. Remove it. What's the net amount? 1 billion. You know how many years? You are born at the right time in the right country. I want to speak about this calmly and carefully. But time is running out. The more we work on roads, the more we work on electricity, the more we work on peace, people are going to come and do what they have done in Europe, in Uganda. All opportunities that were underestimating today will go. What will be left with Uganda will be two things: to sell the land. Because with the good roads, the land that used to go at 3 million will go at 7 million. Any chairman who does not endorse the papers had better get security. Any uncle who's stopping grandchildren from selling the land, that uncle had better have security. The nephews are coming for you. Grandchildren are coming for the grandfather's land to sell because the price has gone up. But look at the opportunity that we have here. Look at the opportunity. That's local chicken. That's local chicken. But you know that it cannot go at 10,000. I'm just giving a giveaway price. That's the point. But I'm just being as basic as I can. That 1 billion there, could it be 4? But you just say, but Chichi, this is too much. Even a billion is too much. In 4 years. How many Ugandans have touched it? How many have touched it? Anyway, now, let us go quickly to this. Quickly to this. But this one, if you read it later in my notes, you have started a business yourself. How come you are failing? One of the things is that you see a business as, your workers are seeing a business as a reward for them. Are you following up your business as if it is a business to reward you? Oh yeah, here say, I have given you a school to give you jobs. Never utter any word like that again. You have built a school to give solutions to the community. Now, as the solutions begin to become wanted, you will employ people. Your focus was not to create jobs. Your focus was to create solutions for the community. The bigger the buyers, the more you need workers. And the workers are not just going to come from your community. If the fools in the community think they have a right, if you are from Teso, you go to Kabale. Bring the Bachiga. If you are in Kabale, bring it Teso. If you see Teso working in Kabale, unbelievable. If you see Bachiga working in Teso, unbelievable. There is something about foreignness that makes us to stand up. Why is it difficult to be a Busenti business owner? Your conduct shows that you have a sense of charity. Your language. A shilling is lost, you are not bothered. Staff are recruited on sentimental grounds. Never do this, never do this, never do this. Stop it. Have a budget line which says charity. After you have made a profit of 100 million, charity is 2 million. Look for the fools and give them 2 million. But never bring the fools to come and kill the enterprise as a way of proving that you're a nice person. Keep the fools at a distance. You are intent to bring the Bachika to bring the 100 million, then give the fools 2 million to share. You have the comfort of the salary. You feel it will continue forever, let me tell you. And then you continue subsidizing the business endlessly for the sake of image. What a mess. Let's go. Now, let me quickly run through this, then we close it off. There are just 7 things I want us to touch on very briefly to get you going, because I've just made a point here. It is possible to become rich in Uganda, but you need to own up the process. You also need to know that the moment you are catching money in your hands, ask the next point, where did it go? Where did the money that I was holding go? And when it went away, has it made more money to keep coming back to me? If it's not coming, go and repent. Go and repent. And then read those biblical quotations and just underline some of those statements so that you wake up. Now, what are the 7 things? Let's start with the first one. The best one is that one. Weekly, monthly, annual budgets. You are good at doing annual budgets for the office. Why are you not having one for your home? There should be a budget allocation. How do you do that? All expenses must never take more than 50% of your income. Not more than 50%. Savings must be at least 30%. Emergency 10%. And then your God and your community the other 10%. Start from there. Start from there. Do you know what that means? You are going to deny people things they have been used to. What are some of those? There's a way you have been feeding. You need to now look at the nutrient more than the taste. The way they have been dressing, the way they have been going to school, the way you have not been quarreling about lost shoes and lost sweaters. It is time to begin to revisit all those things. Ochichi went to work in PTA Bank in Nairobi. I was a diplomat with a salary that was untaxed. But when I would have to come to Uganda, I take a bus, a Kamba. I arrive early morning. When I arrive early morning, straight to breakfast and immediately start shopping to do the projects for the family. The entire morning of Saturday, I'm shopping and working on the project. In the evening, on Sunday, I'm taking a night bus back to Nairobi. This business of having comfort too early, you're a liar. Big liar. I could be taking a flight to come through Entebbe. Did you know that I would get my salary? Only $200 of my salary will be kept in Citibank in Nairobi. The rest of the money over to Bank of Baroda account where my wife is, to do the projects for the family. Today that project became a huge office block that got me plots of land in Bugorobi. From those plots of land, the office continued now to build a hotel. Now there's a hotel. The hotel is being worked on as if it is the beginning of the game. We watch every shilling. A plate has been sold. A plate has been sold. Where is the money? A plate of food. It starts with one stolen plate of food. Yes. Then it is replicated and replicated. So, start with the discipline here. Be ruthless with adherence to the budget lines. And then some of you are saying, but Ochichi, I have a problem of expenses. Here is the good news, and you need to write it down. The good news about expenses. Height is a good thing. Expenses. Because when you are made in a very centralized manner, your stability is good. But let's continue with our message. That you have solutions come in a range. Choose your point of consumption. So I'm going to explain what this sentence is, because I want many of you never to imagine that Ochiche didn't know that I've got expenses. I know you have. The only thing I tell you here is the day they tell you you have 14 days to live Nakasero, And then they also tell you, you have got 14 days to go and remove the bones from your village home. Do you know that you are left with your life and you still have expenses? You are digest rapidly. Accommodation that was a certain size of a bedroom, you quickly take up the right one. Transport that was a certain size, you quickly take up the right one. The meals which were of a certain size, you quickly adjust to the right one. In this world, God took care of every human being. There is a range of solutions for every demand. Let's look at the nursery school. Nursery. There is a nursery of 150,000, 500,000, 1 million, and 2 million. Which one are you going for? In all these nursery schools, children are being taught how to sleep and how to use a potty. The one of 150, they are taught how to sleep. The one of 2 million, they are taught how to sleep. The only difference is, the one of 2 million, 2 people are sharing a mattress. The other one, 8 are sharing a mattress. But they all go home. At the end of the day, they all go home. And when you check the buttocks of these people, when they have become adults, the buttocks are normal. You cannot say, this buttock must have been from a nursery of what? Of 2 million. Settle and deal with what you can manage. What is the purpose of nursery? Try to get it and go for what you can afford. But the other thing you need to know is that should you continue with the investment that we were talking about, year 1, year 2, and the profits growing, do you know that by the time these children are leaving nursery and they are in P1, you had a nursery school, a P1 school of 500. Because even for primary school, it is the same. But because you learned how to work but what you can afford, in nursery you could afford that. In primary, because the enterprise has been growing, now you are here. By the time this is secondary school, your business is a multi-billion enterprise. You are again having this are there. You know, you are no longer at 500, you are now at 1 million. By the time you are at the university, you tell your child, if you miss medicine by a narrow mark and there's opportunity for private sponsorship, who have the money? Who have the money? You pay private sponsorship from the family envelope. And you walk like the world is yours. You put one leg here, then another one here, and you just feel, yes, I took my child to a school of 150. See now, my daughter is in a private medical school, and we paid, and we sleep soundly. So, that is the medicine for you to start doing the budgeting. Number 2, let's continue. But start with budgeting right away. Start it immediately. Number 2, start the investment early. What should you do? Go for the business you can start where you are, the way you are. Didn't Muingo do that? He started in the sitting room. Do you know what his colleagues said? This man is embarrassing us. How do you bring 9 children? The house has got 1 toilet. Then you add another 9 children to come and share with the family. That is 1 toilet? Do you know what you will say? Disease, infection. That's how you will talk. And you close the business because there will be infection in the house. So, where you are, the way you are. But that market should have, that business should have a possibility of growing. Today you have started with 9, they could be 10, they could be 30. 3, that business, you can push it into break-even point. In other words, you can keep on doing that until people start bringing results. Without you saying, I started this school, but then in the second term, I could not continue, I closed. Where are the results of the people you're training? Push them until they sit to exam. Deliver the solution until you harvest the rice and sell it. You cannot start 5 acres, you weed 3, 2 are in a bush. When it comes to harvesting, you are harvesting 2.5. Even the other half again, you can't harvest it. That is what they call stupid and what? Lazy. Start by exploiting or streamlining existing ones. Many of us here who have got so many projects that have stagnated. You can have a conversation with Ochichi on those ones, and I can give you my telephone number. Write it down. 0772 699 808. I do a lot of business clinics Monday to Friday between 7:30 and 8:45. But you just have to say, I met you at Africana, and I have got projects that I feel have been stagnant and they are overwhelming me. I want to see how I can make them to start bringing money. 0772 699 808. And for those of you from Teso, tell the fools that Ochichi is on radio every Friday, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, every Friday on Voice of Teso. Starting today, in case anybody from Teso here. Yes, please tell the fools, don't miss Ochichi. The entire Teso knows this message, they know it. That's why I told my brother there when he was contacting me, I said, I hope it is in Kampala. I said, it's in Africana. Because I want to be there on time. I do it on Zoom. Every Friday, but when I was in Canada, I did it in Canada. On Zoom every Friday. So anyway, that's point number 2. Point number 2 simply says, there is no excuse for you to start. 0. Let's go to number 3. Number 3 is everything. Number 3 is where you failed. You have gone into chicken business. Do you know the key success factors of the chicken business? Because some of you are going, so Chichi saying, I can't start with 2 chicken, and in 4 years I'll have $1 billion. My friend, point number 3 is a roadblock. Do you know the key success factors for you to succeed in a chicken business? Do you know one of them? One of them is diseases. If you don't know how to do this, do you know that your chicken can reach 7,000 and just a neighbor doing something interesting, pop, with 1 sick chicken, all the 7 within 4 days dead. Finished. Why? You skipped vaccination. You skipped vaccination. How about the handling of eggs, the nests, so that this chicken do not have to create any opportunity to crack those eggs. Every egg laid must be hatched. How are you handling the hatching points? How about the feeding of the little ones? If you don't know the key success factors, whichever business you are in, you are finished. A school, do you know the key success factors? It is teachers. Teachers. Now you'll be saying, but now, because it is teachers, now I cannot afford. Yes, they are very expensive teachers, but they're also young teachers who have just come through, 3 years in the field, outstanding, but they are affordable. Whose work is it to locate? It's yours. For you are looking for only the obvious names out there. There are some young, brilliant fellows who will give you excellent mathematics classes for your school. But it's your responsibility to locate them. But do you know that that's a key success factor for a school? To know the key success factors, you need to associate with the owners of a similar enterprise. If they cannot talk to you, watch them at a distance until you see what they do. If somebody is a dealer of rice, just be watching how he buys the rice. Where does he buy from? When does he buy? You are understanding the person without even having a conversation. But you could have a conversation. But 2, you could talk to a key staff of that fellow. Who is a key staff? Maybe it's a driver. Maybe it's the manager in charge of purchasing. That fellow, when he's talking with the boss, all the time targets. When you meet him, just say, James, you are such a brilliant fellow. I like the way you have managed to make you Omoding to succeed. The man is hearing recognition for the first time from a foreigner, and he wants to talk more with you. And tell you more why he has managed to make that thing to succeed. Before you know it, he has given you 7 key success factors to succeed. And then later, after he has gone away from you and you have given him just 50,000, he tells you, anytime you want me, I have my free Saturdays. You have a shortcut to wisdom that you don't get from Google by talking to such people. The time you spend so much quarreling on WhatsApp, spend talking to such key staff. Talk to the suppliers. There is a supplier of maize posho to SMAC. And when he's supplying that posho, we tell him what our parents want. That supplier will tell you how he has managed to get the right kind of posho for SMAC and what's making SMAC to do the way they are doing. He has that knowledge, he can give it to you also. Because as we tell the supplier, please next year, can you increase the ability to supply us maize by 3 lorry loads per week? Because we have just added more parents. You know our parents recommended, you know all the boys, the brother, the mother is disclosing to you how SMAC numbers are growing. And who are you? You're a supplier. But you supply so and so, you supply me, you go with that knowledge to another place. Sit with such a supplier. The wisdom you'll find, unbelievable. 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 I'm giving you point number 3 because if you are not going to succeed, you fail with number 3. You thought it was money. You thought it was PDM money. Number 3, you didn't address it. PDM has collapsed. The money is innocent. The 1 million is innocent. You missed number 3. The 1 million, it is innocent. But the fool is holding the 1 million. Lazy and what? Stupid. He's holding the 1 million. Let's go to the last point. Implement the idea. If you fail, don't count it as a loss. Why? Action, which is doing, equals results, which may be negative and positive, plus wisdom or skills. You went into chicken, they all died. Go back to the chicken, clean the house. You have just learned a very important lesson. Don't throw it away. You went into rice, you got the wrong species. Go back to rice. You have just learned a very important lesson. If you say, you know rice is useless, I want now go to this. Failure is waiting for you that side as well. Take action. Look at the results. Pick up the lessons. Pick up the skills and keep going. And then number 5, build a learning culture. What do I mean here? Learn from the customers. Did you see what I said? Do not become too happy too quickly. Customers are bringing you more friends and they are meeting you becoming too satisfied too quickly. Learn from them. Learn from your workers, suppliers, experts, and learn from the competition. Learn from your own internal operations. And ask the 4 types of results. What are the 4 types of results? The past, the present, the future, and the one of the competition. Those are all results. Those are all results. Get interested in all of those. You are not the only one in that type of a business. But also keep asking the 3 magical questions. What is it I am currently doing I should continue doing? I'm vaccinating my chicken. It's helping me. Continue. I am picking workers on the basis of skills. Continue. What is it that you are currently doing you should continue doing? But question number 2 is, what is it I'm currently doing I should stop doing? You stopped reading records. You stopped reading reports. Stop the nonsense. But question number 3 say, what is it I am not doing I should start what? Doing. How do you know that? The neighbor is doing it, and because they are doing it, they are defeating you. Let's continue. Yes, please. Today is Friday. Let's go to number 7. Number 7. No, but I'm finishing. Just another 5 minutes. Number 5. So, now, if you're a business owner, number 6 here is very key. From the very beginning, when you are not a business owner, speak about the business. Never say my enterprise. Just say the hotel. You come to our family hotel, we talk of the Grandville. The Grandville Hotel. Not my hotel. Not stupid. It's not my hotel. It is the Grandville. The hotel. The Grandville. Establish systems for monitoring results. Manage sales well. Handle HR carefully. Have informers and intelligence. Did you know that an askari can be my intelligence person at the hotel? An askari? He will tell me, yesterday there were 2 cars they parked here. You go to the reception, they say, oh, yesterday they were just one person who was here. I didn't even come in a car. The askari told you, 2 cars came. And they left very early in the morning at 5 a.m. Meaning they used the beds. But when you go and look at the beds, there are no signs that they were carrying 2 human beings. But the beds were occupied for the whole night. An informer will give you that information. That's the last one. Persevere. 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 I cannot make that good enough. It's going to be tough. It's going to be complicated. There will be moments when you even want to say, is this possibly doable? If you ask him Muingo, along the way, he had a lot of challenges. But most importantly, even now, if you ask him today, he will still tell you how tough it is to run a school. If it is looking too smart, too easy, ask yourself again, is it real? If it is too easy, just imagine you are not in the right place, because every skin of a human being in here is made with pores for sweat to come out. It is not cosmetic. God made that provision for you to sweat it out. Be ready for it. Finally, set a goal, accomplish, set another one. To stop the rubbish of getting too excited too soon. You started a school, now occupancy is very good. Go for another branch, then another branch, open another one, non-stop. That's what number 8 is saying. And I want to close with number 9 about financial literacy. And this is what I want to close with. This one I'm going to put it here as your final reminder that you came to Africana and you were told you are only financially literate when you follow the following 7 things, all of them at a go. Financial literacy flow. Financial literacy flow. Number 1, earnings. And the word here is not earning. You might think it is singular. It is plural. If you're on a singular earning, you are stupid and lazy. Earnings. Do you have them? It is plural. Number 2, now that you are making earnings, God is saying, you fool. The earnings came. Did you do savings? Or you ate everything that was coming? You fool. You have ability to swallow everything. Did you save? Number 3, if you did the savings have gone into investments. You don't just save and you don't make earnings out of the investment, the savings. Whatever you saved should be invested to bring returns. Now the next one is key. You made the investment, you got a tenant, now you are beginning to become excited. Number 4 will make you wake up. Number 4 says, you had the savings, they gave you the first house that you are now renting out. This house now is bringing in rent. Can you do what number 4 says? Do reinvestments. The house that you finished is bringing in rental income. That rental income, don't eat it all because now you are now at the time of eating. Stop the rubbish. Do number 4, reinvestments. Once you have reached there, can you come up with the number 5 before you go to number 6? Number 5, you can now go to budgeting. In other words, as all the above is taking place, you are having needs, you have got expenses. Learn to do budgeting, allocating resources, so that when you see anything that needs to be bought, you are calm and steady. not excited. Once number 5 has become part of you, now number 6 can come in under fullest control. Expenses. You will go to that checkout point of the supermarket, their chocolates, their whatever, you will not touch a single bar because it's not in the budget. It's not in the budget. Then finally, the stupid thing that we normally go for is debts. Debts. Many adults and majority of us, do you know where we get ourselves in and you call yourself financially illiterate? You look for a salary, a single earning, and then because the salary is not catching up, you go for debts. Look at how the fool is taking himself to a pit. You only know number 1 and number 7. You give us at a lower interest rate. You give us something at a lower interest rate. Then later, we increase the salary. Very quickly, it is too small. Why? 2 up to number 6, 2 up to number 5 are not working. But you are handling number 1, number 6, and number 7. Then can't you really find that the word "you fool" is correct? I want to close there and just say, great Ugandans, great leaders, be an example. Let us change the country. Ochichi! Thank you so much. And Bwana PSS, thank you so much for giving me an extended time. I know it was way beyond time. But you can see the eyes are all open. They didn't close their eyes. Thank you again. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Chichi. And most importantly, by tackling his subject with unprecedented levels of passion and commitment. And that touches to what we talked in the morning. So thank you so much.